This is a video by Richmond. Today we're working on a 2001 Chevrolet Impala. And what we're doing today is we are removing the radio. First thing we need to do is to set the parking brake. And then we want to remove the negative battery cable from the battery. Next thing we want to do is to remove this little bezel around the ignition switch. I'm using a panel remover. Get right in there. There it is. Next thing we want to do, put the key in the ignition, unlock it, and move our shifter all the way down to the lowest position. Next thing we need to do is to remove these end panels on the dash. There's one on the left, one on the right. We'll use our panel remover, pop that off, and then underneath there you will see a 7mm screw right there, and we need to remove that now. Next thing we need to do is to remove these two screws right above the instrument cluster. You can use a small stubby Phillips to do that. They are 7mm also, if you want to use a socket on those. Next thing we need to do is to remove this little panel down here. Disconnect that light. Now underneath that panel you'll see a couple of 7mm screws, one right here and one right here. We need to remove those now. After we get those screws out, we can just pop this panel off, and then we have this switch right here, and then unplug that and then remove that panel. Alright, now that we got all our screws off, we want to get this trim panel off right now. So we're going to start from this right side, and we're going to pull back. Alright, now we're going to go on the other side and pull the trim panel back there. Alright, now we can pull our panel out here. More clips. Get it out here like this. Now we can disconnect our hazard switch. Little button right there. Push in with a screwdriver. And we should be able to remove that panel. Well, that's a big one, huh? Look at the size of that, all the way across the dash. Now that we have that panel out of the way, we can get at the three 7mm screws that hold the radio in. Alright, now let's pull it out. Now once you get it out this far, you can see the connections you have to remove. Here is the back of the radio, and these are the connections that you have to remove. And just take your thumb, pull the wire out, and of course this one right here has the same configuration. And then pull those out like that. Now the only thing that's holding the radio in now is the antenna. And that's it. Now once we have those removed, there's the radio. It's all out. Of course, to put your new radio in, you might need an adapter for this particular car. And all you'd have to do is to just reverse your steps. And that's all there is to removing and replacing a radio in your Chevrolet Impala.